Hey everybody, this is Kiroshen once more with a ship build. Now, something different about this particular ship build, this is not my ship build. This is a build that I saw a long time ago when I first started playing a game, and I built this ship and I wanted to make sure and capture it. I cannot find the video that I used as a basis to build this ship. So I can't cite the original person. I wish I could. So if you know who that is, or if you have the video tagged, or know who the what the name of the video is or whatever, I'd be happy to go out and find it, come back, and in the description cite the original builder of this ship. But that being said, here is the ship, and I like this ship. I'm not completely enamored of it, but it was a great ship when I initially built it, and then I have upgraded it since then to what it is now. But again, I'm going to use my standard, which is I talk about a layer, strip it off, move it off to the side, and then talk about the next layer. So the top layer first, looking top down, we can see the top layer is just the center section. And I'm going to go into the builder, scroll back a little bit. The center section is basically fairly straightforward. It's mostly non-functional. It's there for looks. So looking at it, we have two sets of wings. They are the wing A and the half wing, the wing D, as an aft wing. So they're on each side of the top layer. We have the cowling, the Deimos cowling of forward and aft. We have the docker on top, the 110 DP docker on the top. And then we have a shield up here, the shield 2040B shield generator, which gives us 995 shield. It is a B shield, which you may be confused. Why am I using that? Because it's a C ship, but I like the shield. It's got a good balance between power and coverage. 8 points for almost 1,000. So 8 power for almost 1,000 points. So the power to shield point ratio is pretty high. And with my bonuses, I get, in above 1250, 1300. And with my shield crew member on board, I'm running upward of 1,600 shield. So it's plenty of shield for me. And then in the center here, I got two Deimos hulls. So that's what's on this top layer. And we're going to pull that off. And we'll just put it off to the side right over there. Now, to get down to the next layer, as you can see, it's going to be everything above this wing section here. So I'm going to include the engines. There are 4 of the SAL 6830 engines. These are the engines that you get after you do the mission with Walter Stroud to Neon and you have the confrontation with Slayton. These are level 1 engines. Level 1. And they have no requirements from a starship engineering perspective. So you can use these on any C ship as soon as you have finished that mission. And these are the best engines in the game, bar none. And the reason for that is because they're only 2 power an engine. So they cost you 2 power. They give the highest maneuvering thrust, bar 1. There's one that gives you higher, but that's 4 points, so you can only put 3 of them on there. They cannot get the amount of thrust that you get if you put the full 6 of these on one ship. Yes, 6. I could pull off these pointy parts of these wings in the back and wedge in 2 more engines in there and make my mobility 100 easily. Or pull off some of this section and put another one in behind that grab drive and have 100, no problem at all. So in front of these center engines, I have 2 cargo holds. These are the S203 cargo holds, 1,200 cargo apiece. They're slanted. I like the look of them. You can see on one of them I have the scan jammer, and as you may remember, those wings were up above this, so the scan jammer and that equipment plate, which I put there just for holding because the comm spike wouldn't fit. Or maybe it would, but I decided it looked better balancing out the conduction grid. But yeah, those are just things to be there. So not really a critical piece, but there it is. It's a holding piece because there are some places you can't buy one. Go moving out to the side, I got another engine. Forward of that, I got a Deimos cowling. And then the Deimos spines that I love, just the regular straight spines, 2 of them. I have this spine C, which has the 3 weapon mounts, and then the spine A, which sort of caps the front of the spine look. And it kind of slopes on back right into the engine. I really like the way that looks. I have the same cowling here, going into a Deimos hull, and then into the storeroom, which leads up to the docker. And behind that, I have the sheared flow reactor. This is one of the 40s. There's 2 of them. This one in the pinch. And then I like this one for some reasons and the other one for others. Then I have the Apollo GB300 grav drive. Probably not the best grav drive, but it works. And then behind that, I have another of the Deimos hull and a Hopetech nose pointed to the aft. Beside this forward Deimos, I've got 2 of the H-20 Atlas HE3 tanks. Gotta have gas, right? And then, just for show, I've got these 2 radiators. A duplicate of the Deimos line. Both of them, both of them have the missile launchers, the Coatl 280B missile launchers on top. And that's what we have on that layer. And I'm going to go ahead and take that off, try and make it as one whole piece here. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, why is he moving those and he's not moving these? Well, because they move with the thing a lot better than without it. And so, I'm going to trick that, and we're going to make sure we grab that too. Just going to grab that and move it off this direction and drop it right there. Oh, I missed a piece. Alright, now the next layer down, here we have most of our habs. On the right wing, we've got an armory in the back, seldom visited, so I put it in the back. We got the companionways, there are roll out to the wing. So storerooms in between, so remember now I use the mod for better cargo habs. And that gives us cargo space in every hull that's named storeroom or cargo. So I get 200 cargo for each of those 2 storerooms. And then I get, which is part of the reason why the mobility went down on this. And then I have a computer core out front. So this wing is probably not visited very often because, you know, it's not really critical functionality that people will be running out here to. I have in front the Deimos braking engine. And then going over to the center, I have an all-in-one berth, the 3x1. Then I have 2 more storerooms going out to the companionway. I got a science lab and a workshop. So this side the left side is probably used a lot more than the right side. Doesn't mean that the right side's unused, just used less. Forward I have the Ares DS40.2 bridge, 360 cargo. And I have a lot of weapons mounted here. I got two of my obliterators mounted in front and another one on each side wing. And if we look, we probably have the last two underneath the side wing. So here's the top one, the bottom one on those. And then I don't know where I put the others. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the others are the PB-175s. These are the second best weapons in the game, in my opinion. I like long-range disruptors. So from that perspective, the best ones in the game are the Vanguard Obliterators. They do more damage over the fire rate, 6.65 in 10 seconds. So when you look at the fire rate, that's a 10-second burst of fire. So how many times does it fire in that 10 seconds? So in that 10 seconds, it fires 6.65 times, doing 14.29 points of damage per fire, per weapon. There are 6 of them. If you do the math, you will see that these do more damage, 6 times per second, 24 damage per shot, but there are only 4 of them. So if you do the math, the biggest damage over that 10-second period is your Obliterator, second biggest out of all of the disruptors and particle beams out there. Second highest damage is the PBO-175. If you're going for damage, those should be what you go for, because that's the best. Also in the back, I have the comm spike and the conduction grid. Those are from the quest. I have this belly. I don't think I talked about the belly over here. I thought I didn't have a belly over there. That's right. And then this hole is for the grav drive and the reactor. Then I have wings. I have the port A, B, C, and then back to an A, B, and then an A, B, and then nothing. Over here I got an A, then here I got the AB, here the ABC, or ABA, then the ABCA. Then again, I have the 2 Deimos braking engines in the front. And now to move this last layer. This is the part I have to concentrate on, so I have a tendency to get silent because otherwise I drag as I'm moving my mouse and then I have to start all over. And I do have these 4 Deimos hulls. I'm not sure I mentioned those. But they're there just to bridge gaps and take up space and have a very low mass count. So as you can see, each one of those has a 5 mass. A 1x1 companionway also has a 5 mass, but the storeroom has a 16 mass. So it's a way of balancing between confusing passageways that go nowhere and having something worthwhile to show. So now let's move this. Okay, and this was what was on the bottom of the ship. Oh, I missed this piece. Dang it. I was sure I did that, but oh well. When I was building another ship, I saw this arrangement of Deimos landing gears and skegs, and I thought it looked pretty awesome, so I used it here. Or maybe I saw it here and used it everywhere else. I use it quite a bit, though. So I have these arrangements. I have these ones have 3 of the landing gear with 2 skegs. This is 1 landing gear with 2 skegs. So 4 landing gear on a side. Notice none in the center. So I've got 8 landing gear with the skegs that go with it. I got another belly, some more Deimos hull. There's a cargo hauler, 760 cargo allotment, and a 120 LD landing bay. And that's the entirety of the ship. It is really kind of straightforward, but it's a wonderful arrangement of parts that really had never occurred to me until I saw this guy's video. And I wish I had his name. I really do. I'd like to have his name. So if you have it, please pass it to me. I will do my best to get it listed on my video as his inspiration. And move forward so you can get this in the right place. Right there. And yeah, I don't have a problem with doing that. I love the build, and so I've been using it. And, you know, it's only right that I would make sure that he got credit for it. In case you're wondering how I do this, in order to select more than one piece, you click on one, then you hold your left control button down while you click on the others, and that gives you all of them highlighted at once. Then you get to move those things around. And then if it's all connected, you can just double click and everything connected will move all at once. And where am I? I think that goes right there. Yeah, that's the storeroom, and that's a hull. That has to connect to the storeroom in order for it to work. And that's the build. Again, I call it the Coatl. In case you don't know, the Coatl is a mythological bird in Mexican mythology, or what you'd probably call Panamanian mythology, the Azteca kind of myth. So anyway, Quetzalcoatl was the one of the winged serpent gods, and the Coatl is a winged serpent. So anyway, this is Shen saying be excellent to one another, and peace out.